So many of my videos have been focused on Tensio's launch that I thought it would be good for me to do a candid video on my goals and my vision for Tensio in the future. So my end goal for Tensio is to be a tool that can be used by all lifters. So whether you're a pro bodybuilder or a competitive powerlifter, or you're just somebody who casually goes to the gym, cares about staying in shape, and wants to have a more frictionless, easy gym experience, Tensio will cover you. And that's why to that end, I have designed the app to be fully customizable for each user. So if you are really into the nitty gritty, all of the metrics, you can have everything on. Or if you just want to, have your reps tracked, have your program in there and just get to the gym in and out without having to be on your phone the whole time, it's set up for that too. You can fully customize your experience to yourself. And a major part of making this work is that I don't want this to be a product where you have to upgrade every year. The bands are the hardware that I want going forward. And so once you buy the bands, they're going to stay. The idea isn't to keep upgrading you, but instead the upgrades come through the software. So there's two facets to that. It's the over-the-air updates directly to the bands, which can help improve algorithms and make rep tracking, tempo tracking, asymmetry tracking, all of that better as there gets more training data. And then there's just direct software updates. So app updates like you've seen on your other apps. Those are going to be coming a lot as I get user feedback, ideas from them, and then ideas that I just have that I want to build but maybe aren't launch critical and are nice to haves. All of those can be, just cycled through and updated as they're built. And I'm really excited about that opportunity because there's just so much that having hardware that tracks everything you do in the gym offers in terms of advanced features that nothing else can do right now. And so I'm really excited about that. The future, I think, is just working with you as you use the bands, seeing what you like, what you don't like, what features you wish you could add on, and then executing, getting those out. So I think there's a huge opportunity to just build a platform targeted just for lifting that changes the way that we operate in the gym and track our lifts. I think there's so much that these bands can track and offer that doesn't exist right now. And I want to make that as complete a tool set as possible. And then additionally, after the launch, after people are training with Tensio, there is the opportunity to, based off all of that data, on a personal level and on a more global level, to offer a lot of improvements. So on a personal level, every set, every exercise you do, the app and the bands learn more about who you are as a lifter, your preferred tempos, your preferred exercise styles, your asymmetries, that sort of stuff, and can customize itself to you as a lifter. So you're not getting generic information that is targeted towards a huge group of people. It's targeted specifically at you. I think one thing that I haven't emphasized enough is that rep and weight tracking is great. It's all we have right now, but it's missing so much context. There can be a set of 8 that you breeze through super easily and a set of 8 that you absolutely grind through. And, in your app on paper is exactly the same. Tensio sees your grind, it sees that tempo slowing down, it sees the left and right arm maybe getting a little asymmetrical as you fatigue, and it can customize the feedback to that. It's not a one size fits all, and lifting is not a one size fits all. If you lift consistently, you know that, and that's exactly what I'm setting out to change here. And then on the global level, as people use the bands, it gives us more and more of a data training set to be able to make the algorithms more robust, and then to really hone in on training algorithms to help your training. And what I mean by that is an insight-driven, almost coaching level algorithm that takes all of your data, the tempo, your time under tension, your asymmetries, your fatigue over time, and can give you insights into your lifts that nothing else can. And so, for example, you might think you've plateaued at a certain weight, say it's 205 on bench, and you've done 3 sets of 8 and haven't been able to get through 8 through the last 3 workouts. Well, right now that's just a plateau. But what Tensio will be able to do is look at that and tell you, okay, you're hitting the same weights, but you're fatiguing later. Your tempos are much more consistent and lasting longer into the set before it breaks down. Your time under tension is staying more consistent. Your asymmetries as you reach fatigue and failure are much lower, meaning you're getting better control. And so you're actually improving even if the reps and weight aren't saying so. And that's just one example. There's so much more data that can be used to show you how your lifts are improving or if they're not improving and what you need to improve. There's just so much like that. And another goal of mine on the, more pro tier advanced intelligence side is using your inputs and correlating them to your outputs. So what I mean by inputs is things like nutrition, or if you wear other wearables, your sleep scores, your cardio, your steps, your recovery scores, all of that sort of stuff can be taken in by the Tensio app and then mapped to your performance. So maybe your weights are down. Post-workout, it can say, hey, you got way worse sleep than the last time you did deadlift. And so don't sweat it, get better rest, come back next time and be stronger. But anything like that, I mean, especially for me, like the nutrition stuff is really, exciting and interesting because being able to see how your pre-workout meal impacts your lifts, being able to see how if you're in a deficit or if you're bulking, how that can impact your strength and your outputs over time. I mean, all of this is data that can be used that we just can't currently track as accurately as we would like because all we have is reps and weight. So the Tensio app is going to take all of this and be able to map it for you so you can see exactly how what you do in your daily life, how you sleep, how you eat, your recovery, how that affects your lifts. And so if you can't tell, this is something I am personally really excited about. I'm really into the nutrition side of things. So I am personally looking forward to being able to do this myself. And that's kind of what's driving Tensio is stuff I want as a lifter that I think other people could, greatly benefit from because I know I could. And so that's sort of what's driving me. And that's why there's a lot of features that I want to add, but once the bands are in your hands, I want to get your feedback because I know there's going to be features that you wish you had and were impossible until Tensio existed. I mean, I could go on and on about the features I'm excited about to be able to bring to life once the bands are out. Things like, RPE, RIR type stuff that powerlifters use a lot. I did powerlifting for a little bit, and I think there's just a huge opportunity to be able to do like objectively estimated RPE based off your fatigue levels, things like that just, again, aren't done. Because they can't be. You just can't track this sort of thing. It's either, everything's on pen or paper or in an app, and then it's based off how we feel as opposed to objective data because that objective data doesn't exist. And on the powerlifting side, also things like, maybe not objective velocity, but you can see, did you get that 500-pound deadlift up in 1.8 seconds last time and now you got it up in 1.4? Like that is objective improvement as you train. And so there's just so much exciting opportunity here post-launch. Once the bands are out, people are using them that I'm just excited to build. And I want to emphasize that I want this to be a lifting is a community, and I want to be accessible to the users so that they can give their feedback, what they like, what they don't like. I want to be able to, because if you as a lifter have something from the bands that you wish existed, there's going to be a ton of other lifters that do. And that feature is something that I want to bring to life for you. So I'm going to be as accessible as I can be because this is just something I'm passionate about. This is something I'm really excited to build. And I want to make the product. My goal is not to just sell these. My goal is to make a product that lifters love and want. And almost like once they have it, they can't even imagine lifting without it. That's my goal. And I'm going to stop here because this has already been going on for a bit and I could just keep going on about this. I think I'm just so excited about the opportunity that having hardware allows for lifting to be able to track. And I'd love to get your feedback, love to hear from you what you think. If there's features that you have ideas for, would love to hear that. Trying to integrate as much as I can. I just wanted to do this video because I've been so focused on the launch that I wanted to give a little bit more of a future-facing video on what is coming for Tensio. And yeah, so if you made it to the end, thanks for listening. If you can't tell, I'm really excited about this, and launch is coming in about a month, so big things coming.